Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. I'm in New York City, over at Brett's apartment.
Welcome.
I remember Brett from, what was it, November?
Was it that long ago?
Yeah. What have you been up to the last 6 or 8 months?
I've been hibernating. That's what large animals do in the wintertime.
We didn't really get into it last time, but you're actually a pretty big craft beer geek like me. So it's like some of your favorite styles.
Well, as we were talking about this last night, it kind of changes with the season, but I mean, really a very equal opportunity. I think if it has the word Belgian in it, I'm probably going to like it. Whether or not it was truly brewed in Belgium, I think a lot of American brewers do pretty good job of brewing Belgian-style beers with the candy sugar and the Belgian yeast. Big fan of IPAs, you know, when they're done well, I think, you know, with the right amount of hops and just, you know, there's just nothing, they're very refreshing in a way.
Yeah.
In wintertime, I mean, I'm all about the porters and stouts and, you know, anything that kind of tastes like, you know, chocolate or coffee, anything with a real strong bite to it, you know. Nothing against Guinness. But Guinness goes down like water, you know, and when I, you know, for my stouts and porters, I want something that has some bite to it.
Yeah. You're actually from Buffalo originally, right?
You outed me.
Well, this beer is made in your neck of the woods,
Southern Tier,
in Lakewood. Today we're reviewing the Pale. They also have, this is their second Pale Ale. They have their more traditional pale ale is called 𝓑𝓻𝓮𝓀𝐫𝐧 𝓓𝓻𝓮𝓀𝓂, which I reviewed like a year and a half ago. And I actually emailed the guys at Southern Tier to ask them, it's like, you guys already have a pale ale and you're putting out another one, what's the difference? And this is from Doug, so thanks Doug. He said, pale is not replacing 𝓑𝓻𝓮𝓀𝓃. Lots of times we do several different variations. Let's see, pale and 𝓑𝓻𝓮𝓀𝓃 are just two different variations in the pale ale style. 𝓑𝓻𝓮𝓃 has a little caramel malt and is all Cascade and Willamette hops, and Pale has wheat and lots of Simcoe hops, lots of grapefruit and citrus flavors. So there you go, straight from the brewers themselves.
Interesting that there's a Star of David on the.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's.
Is it a kosher brewery or?
I don't think.
Or is that just a coincidence?
I think it's just a 6-point star. That's their logo.
Oh, 6 point. How does 6 Point Brewery feel about that?
I don't know the ABV on here. I think it's fairly low. I'll put that over here.
It's an American Pale. It's probably between 5 and 6.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Alright, we're back. We had a lot ahead on each of ours.
Yeah, mine looks like a little ice cream sundae right now, which is
a beer float.
Yeah, it's very the foam to me almost looks like it's a Belgian. You know, it's very small, tight bubbles, and it's got that. You know, it just stays. It's not going anywhere. This will probably still be here when I get to the bottom of my glass.
Yeah, how does it smell? It smells really good.
Yeah, getting
citrus,
some hops. Like honey, maybe. Yeah.
It's definitely citrus and some kind of sweetness in there.
Yeah.
It smells like a great summer beer.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to dive into this. Are you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, cheers.
Cheers.
Nice. Very smooth.
Yeah, if this makes sense, it has a sweetness to it, but it's sort of dry at the same time.
Yeah.
Like there's not a real strong. I mean, I'm starting to kind of get that acidity of the hops, but it's yeah, it's not, you know, it's not overly aggressive on the hops.
It is a dry bitterness, but it's like up front it's like a citrusy, like a kind of a muted citrus kind of juice flavor.
Yeah, you know, when you said juice, like I'm definitely kind of getting like apple juice. I'm
thinking like orange juice or grapefruit juice. It's got that kind of, that weird, funky finish.
But it's not as. I mean, the reason I say apple juice is because apple juice kind of has that. Like it's not. I mean, I've had IPAs that like almost taste like you're drinking grapefruit juice. Like 6 Point Brewery makes Bengali Tiger, which to me is like, they might as well call it grapefruit IPA, because that's what it, I mean, it's very good, but it's, you know, the hops are more aggressive, and it's and whatever kind of hop it is that they, you know, or variety of hops, you know, the blend of hops that they use. But this is
yeah, this has like that it's like a candy kind of bitterness, almost like a powdery, like sweet tarts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does have that sweet and sour thing going on. It's different than most American pales, I think, that I've had.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Sierra Nevada, this is not, you know?
Right. This actually drinks more like an IPA.
It does, you're right. It's slightly more hopped than an American pale ale.
Yeah, because most American pale ales are kind of, you kind of get like a caramel or toffee kind of thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just straight up like hops all the way.
Yeah, there's
that dry bitterness in the back end.
Yeah, not getting much on the malt front. It's you know, it's definitely more hops, but it's not.
There's like a honey aftertaste.
Yeah, it's not like I said earlier. It's not aggressive. It's not like, you know, somebody who, because you know there's people, you know, it's like you either love hops or you don't love hops. And I know people on both sides of that fence, and I think that this beer could still appeal to somebody who is like, I don't like hoppy beers, you know, because it's hoppy, but there is that, like you say, that sweet and sour, that yin, that yang. It's balanced, you know. So the hops hit you, but so does the sweetness. So it's like, it's not all you taste is hops.
It's a little intense in the mouth. Like the mouth feels like, I'd call it like, it's like thick and soft, but as it's going down, like you're getting a hop bite.
Mm-hmm.
But the hops don't linger; they kind of dissipate pretty quick.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that acidic aftertaste, but it is mild.
Yeah, it's like a honey sweetness. I like this.
I would drink this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would give it in the 7 to 8 range. I think it's.
That's what I was thinking. Probably 8.
Like really, this would be, you know, you could set the bar for an American pale, I think, with this. You know, like, if for somebody else to live up to, you know, like, I don't think it's you know, it's not a 9 or 10. It didn't like blow me away. It's not like this beer changed my life and I have to, it's not the Dogfish Head 60-minute IPA, you know, like, it's not like where it's like, yes, from this point forward.
I don't think it's trying to be though.
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I don't think so either. But it's a very good
all-purpose kind of pale ale.
Yeah, this is like you say, a good summer beer. This is actually, I mean, we're drinking it. It's a little bit warm.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's not, which is probably a good thing. It's not. If I don't have a thermometer handy, but it's probably, I'd say right now it's probably closer to 50 than 40.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm gonna go 8. I think it's a very good beer. Tasty, pretty high drinkability. I think the only caveat is if this is definitely more for your hophead type drinker. I don't think your more casual drinker or people who have a tendency towards maltier beers would like this as much as we did.
Yeah, it's always hard for me to gauge, because my idea of what is hoppy is not the same as some of my other friends who don't like hoppy beers. So, you know, it's the same thing with like spicy food. Where somebody's like, "Is that spicy?" Like, no, it's not that spicy. Then they take a bite of it and they die.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm like, oh right, I have a very different tolerance for that kind of thing. And it's the same thing with hops.
The only thing I like about this is like this kind of weird tang in the aftertaste.
It is. You know what? I'd be very interested to know whether this was bottle conditioned, because beyond just its haze, it does kind of taste like a cask ale or something. You know, where, and I mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
You know, like this could have come from a cask.
All right, so I guess that about does it for this episode. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of cuts. So thanks to Brett for having me over, and
thanks for bringing me beer.
Yeah. And thanks to Southern Tier for making such great beers. And that's just one of 2 that we'll be reviewing. So come back pretty soon for another episode.
Yeah, Western New York. Woo! Go Bills.